Hey guys, before the video starts, I just want to let you know that all three of my books, Powerless Book 1 Potential, Powerless Book 2 Imagination, and Powerless Book 3 The Academy, are all on sale now at Amazon.com. If you want more, please message me on Instagram or Facebook, Powerlessbybr, and I can get a signed copy shipped out to you. Now,
Start that shit off. Fuck China. Fuck the CCP.
Fuck China.
That's my
China.
version. That's my version of your fuck
China.
Marvel. Every episode, that's gonna be me.
first of all,
Huh?
fuck Disney, fuck Marvel. Secondly,
Exactly. See?
I'll just edit your shit in post.
What did
What's
Disney
wrong?
do?
You scared? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you edit
Yo,
my shit in
Disney-
post. They
Di-
still
Disney
see it.
fucked
That's
the
the point.
hell out
I
of
want them to see it.
Yo,
I
Disney
want them to be
fucked the
looking
hell out
like,
of like Star Wars.
they're like, who is this American saying fuck the CCP?
That's why everybody be pissed off at them.
All right, guys, welcome to another Powerless Discussions.
Fuck China.
Back with the squad.
I know you really don't know.
Back with the squad. Today's topic is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, 'cause we gonna
College.
fuck China.
College, is it overrated? Do you really need it? Did it help you? Did it make anything better? Did you do better without it? Do you think you could have done better?
It helped me put me
Me
in
personally,
debt. I know that.
Yes, me personally, I'm going to start this off like I always do. College for me, I am glad I went for the experience. I learned absolutely nothing scholastic wise. Some of my teachers were assholes, and like I learned life lessons from my good teachers more than I learned anything from a book. I went and I taught myself most of my stuff or learned it from my friends. You know, I do appreciate college for the experience of being on my own, learning to wake up early as fuck in the morning to class, getting me ready for a job that early, learning how to pay bills, feed myself, watch my nutrition, stuff like that. You know, learning that you're not always going to have people to take care of you because you go from literally the womb and into the world, you know, from your mom or whoever. For me, my grandparents took care of me until I went to college. And then it was a rude awakening of having to work, pay rent, get bills, fucking light bills. Like,
Work.
yo, I stopped being afraid of the dark when I had to start paying the light bill. And that's real. Like as a kid, I was afraid of fuck to turn the lights off. When I started paying the light bill, completely,
What?
I was fine.
That changed everything, didn't it?
I
Yo.
didn't care. Like, kill me in my sleep. Try me.
You became best friend with
No.
that.
I
You became best friend
became,
with that monster under bed. Yo, Greg, is you good?
yo, as long as he got his 50 on the light bill, we good. But
Oh my God.
but that's my experience. I loved college for the experience. As far as learning, I didn't learn anything. The degree helped me get the extra chump change in my salary. That's cool, but I mean, that's about it. I didn't go there for what I was supposed to go for. Like I went there.
Oh, is it
But-
my turn? Is it my turn?
I guess it's Eli's turn.
Ooh, I was raising my hand for the class. Thanks, coach. Put me in the game. All right. Yo. No, but I went
Hands
to
over,
college
son.
too. Yo, I've been in college too, y'all. And I agree with like pretty much like most of like what Brandon was saying, but like I have a little bit of a different opinion on it. My thing is it really just depends on like what you go there for. It's very obvious, especially now there are just certain jobs that like obviously are considered essential. So if you go there for like nursing, you go for a doctor, you go for something like a trade school, something like that, then I would say it's definitely worth it because you're guaranteed to get like a job like straight out of like college. Like Maya, we were talking about this like the other day when like Maya going back to graduate school and like chances are very high she'll have like a job after she's done with the program. So it makes sense and if that is set up in a way. But like if you're just going there for like a normal 4-year degree, I 9 times out of 10 it's usually not worth it. You're better off honestly just learning the skills yourself and just showcasing it, building a portfolio and presenting that to employers, because at the end of the day they can't deny talent at the end of the day. If they see like you've actually gotten proven results, these people are going to have to like take you seriously. Like
And I've heard
and you can
people
always get
say
certification in other ways too. You don't have to go to college.
I've heard people say they would rather hire someone without the degree that can do the job so they don't have to pay the extra chump in the salary.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because most
Yeah.
people will take the job even without degree, knowing that they're doing what they love. May not be the full price they're supposed to get, but they know that
Mhm.
there's that leg up.
A
Mhm.
degree just only certifies a higher pay cut. It doesn't certify talent. It doesn't certify experience.
Yeah.
I know motherfuckers with degrees who can't do their job worth a damn.
I can't do shit
By
with the
the,
degree I got. I don't know why.
by the
Listen,
way,
What did you get?
laughs and what did you get? By the way,
All right.
studio arts, digital media.
Oh,
so
okay.
basically
I
a worthless ass
can't
degree.
do shit in it.
So
But no,
I'm just
wait.
gonna say,
I will say this. I've had jobs from the degree. I used to make logos for this company, and I've done 4 major logos for businesses that still use them to this day. I've done those. That's about it. That's about all I've used my degree for, was that job that I worked for a year and a half. And then I just
Yeah.
didn't want to do it anymore. But I
Yeah.
mean, other than that, I use the degree. It's just I don't want to keep using it. You know, I got the degree just so I could literally, in this, I feel like most black people would get this. I got the degree because my family wanted to see me graduate before a family member passed on who was very sick.
Mm.
So I had to switch from the degree that I was in to an easier degree so I could hurry up and get out. Because the
Mm.
degree I was in, I mean, I didn't want to do it anyway. So it was just one of those quick in a hurry type things. Like I was a teacher. I was in degree school in college for teaching. But I realized during that I don't like teaching kids. And that it would have been horrible because I would have punched one. So I figured to avoid
Wait a
that,
minute. I thought you
Fuck
was
them
in
kids.
digital
Yo,
media.
like, yo,
yeah,
this a teacher right here. She
I
needs to say
switched to
fuck them
digital
kids.
media
Like, for
from
real.
teaching. You hear me, Jarrell? I switched to
Yeah,
digital media from teaching.
I did came a year after. Never mind.
Yeah. So no, it was my last 2 years. I switched. I switched during my last 2 years.
You was in the culinary art building when I got there.
They didn't have a culinary art. I originally went there for culinary arts, but they got rid of the program or something the year I started because I wanted to be a chef. And then when that fell through, I was like, all right, they have teaching. I love kids. I don't love teaching kids, apparently, but I love kids. So I tried that. Didn't work. Found out the family member was sick. It was like, all right, well, I can, if I switch to this, I can graduate by this time and be done with it if I go to summer school every summer until then. So that's what I did. Because
Good stuff.
a lot of black people let family dictate what they do in college and where they go and stuff like
yeah,
that.
y'all do, and that's really fucking us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
So,
truly, I never fully understood. Or maybe it's because I had never been really close to my family. I never really understood that from people.
Well, some people want to. I've grown to realize that some
Think of
people
it this
like
way:
to showcase.
before you continue that, think of it this way: you're sacrificing your future for somebody who doesn't give a damn about your future, or only
Well,
sees you as something to
these.
leech off of.
Well, that's
You're
some
sacrificing
people.
your personal future. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is what I see from a lot of people. You're sacrificing
Yeah.
your
See, from a
personal
lot of
future,
people.
from your personal happiness for what exactly?
From
For
my
someone else's
stamp.
satisfaction?
Well, from my standpoint, it was people who most families are showy, you know, brag worthy. They want that moment to say
And that's
that
hurting us as a community.
it's either or now. They either want that moment to be proud or that moment to show off and say this is this. You
What
know,
is pride if you have no future?
most people don't get that. The same
My
way
point.
people will. All right, prime example. This is off topic. Let's say you have a family member. They're getting older, and with the corona, whatever going on,
Hmm.
that certain family member says, "Well, this person's turning this year, this such and such old. Let's have a big birthday party for them." And people are like, "No, we're doing. There's a virus going around. We can't risk their health, but they need to know that we love them and we need to be there to show support and stuff like that." There's people out there that do that, and it's the same thing with the whole graduation stuff too. It's not about what's right or best for the person. It's about showing off or just showing out.
Yeah.
I hear you. I still don't understand it.
I mean, we're different sides of that coin.
I think
It just there's no
I
real
got it.
logic behind it.
Yo,
Oh
like,
no, I never said it was logical. There is no logic behind it. There is none. There isn't.
yo, like it's that, and like some people, they just a lot of people like at least like in my family, for example, I'm like a first generation like to actually finish college, so a lot of them will just push you just because they want like they think that some people genuinely do think like it'll better your life, but they don't understand like the job market and how it works nowadays, that just because you got like a bachelor's and some shit, it don't mean like you automatically are qualified for a lot of these jobs in your field right off the bat, considering a lot of them are like, all right, man, that's cool that you got that 4-year degree, but this is an entry-level position. We're going to start you off at $25K a year, and I need 5 years experience.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going to get that? So, but I realize it's not that like every parent is like that. It's just sometimes they genuinely don't know how the job market is, because it was different when they started their career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way different. It was way
have-
different in the 90s and early 2000s, dude.
Yeah, and you got to think about the type of parents that's out there. You have the parent that wants their kid to struggle like they did to get what they have, even though it's a way different generation and it may be harder. And you have the parent that wants to hand their kids everything. It's like, if you do this, I'll make sure this happens. I'll get you this. I'll get you that. You know, it's there's so
Okay,
many
but see
puzzles pieces to the
that
puzzle.
second one may have a better chance of success. And I'm saying that because one of the things we talk about all the time is let's talk about generational wealth. Let's talk about that. So one of the things I've seen very, very common amongst Black families and even like certain other families, like Filipino families, for example, or Mexican families or that, no matter, the parents have children and they expect their children to succeed so they could turn around and take care of their parents. You only have a certain limit of time to become successful. You only have a certain limit of time to build wealth for yourself. That is between the ages of 20 and 45. After that, it becomes very difficult. And so they expect you to send all this money back to them to take care of the family because family is so important. And what this does is it drives down an actual wealth building value because you're so busy giving money back to people who don't understand how to invest it, don't understand how to save it, don't understand how to properly use it. All they know how to do is spend it. So end up you're hurting yourself to help people who are not going to do nothing but keep you in the same cycle of generational wealth poverty. And this is something that I've seen amongst our group in the community the most. These white families, when they go out there and they send their kids to college, they help their kids. I have a supervisor whose family helps him, whose parents still help him to this day. He's like 44. They help their kids. When their child stays home and lives there, they don't make their kids pay rent. They make their kids invest their money. They make their kids save their money. No, you go back to a Black family, hey, you want to stay here, you got to pay rent. Yeah, you may be teaching them the value of life or the struggle, but you're not helping them to get out of that struggle. The whole point of a parent's job is to help them get out of that struggle. And if your ideology is, oh, when you become successful, you're supposed to pay it back to me, why even have a child?
That's something too.
Yeah.
But
There's not, your parenting doesn't end when your child turns 18. You are still a parent.
Yeah,
Right.
I totally agree, Jay. But you know, like the thing is with that, like nothing you're saying is wrong, dude. It's just if you want to know the reason why parents do that shit, man, I guarantee you they parents did the same shit to them and they don't know no better after a while.
Of course. I 100% agree with that.
It's generational, like that mentality that I had to get it on my own, so you got to get it on your own too. And people think that's functional when in fact that is not functional at all.
It's really
like
not.
You said, like these white folks, like they be setting it up for these kids. Like, yo, I'll help you with your tuition. I'll help you get an apartment. You need money for your books, you know, like all that shit. Like they'll help them out because they know it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Yeah.
Because like the difference between being rich and being wealthy is like you could have like one nigga that's like a crackhead and you end up going back to the broke house because you was rich. But wealthy, that's something you can't get rid of, man.
Nope. That sticks with you for life.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand because they're never taught that. Their parents just was like, can we pay the light bill this month? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have the money for rent? They don't think long term. They are very short term oriented. And that's why a lot of people can't build like generational wealth because they don't think about that shit. Like,
I got
oh,
into
it's not
an,
even
I got
up
into an
something.
argument.
I want to bring up something Eli talked about earlier too, with well, it's gonna jump off from what you said, but
Oh.
I'm gonna use myself and my family as an example. I have a little sister who my mother was pushing to go to college, right? Like just trying to push her to go to college and wanted me to talk to her into going. And I'm not lying to any of my siblings. I told her straight up. I went to college. I am glad I got the experience, but it didn't do anything for me. You know, my sister, pure talent, whatever she does. What if she tries something, she can do it. And it's amazing. Jay, just like with your drawing. You didn't go to school to draw. You just did it and got good at it. But she's the exact same way. So she does makeup. She does the job I do right now as a staff, as a working staff, and I see her working her way up like more and more without going to college or anything like that. Within the same amount of time I got to where I am, I can see her getting to where I am.
So
Didn't need a college degree, didn't get any of the debt or anything like that. And she's working hard, like has her own place. She got her own place at an age before I was able to get my own place. That's the kind of drive she has.
So can I say something real quick, Brandon?
Yeah.
They teach you guys how to do the degree, but they teach you wrong. They teach people wrong. And the reason is like this. You would actually be much more of a useful person in the world have you got experience first, then going and gotta get a degree.
Yes.
And I'm
Very
saying
much
this.
so.
I'm saying this. I'm saying this.
It makes
I'm saying this
so
as a
much
person
sense.
who's actually has done this formula. Because believe it or not, most people think I have a degree when the only degree I got is an associate's in psychology. I'm still working on finishing my bachelor's in civil engineering. But you know what I do have? I have several different engineering certifications that I got through working, through experience. And you know what they value more when they look at it? Certifications. Because you know how you get a certification? You first have to have experience in a job. Then you have to go test out to get certification. You're not going to pass those tests if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. The certification speaks more volume than a degree because the certification actually says he knows what the fuck he's doing. A degree just says I learned this in a class.
That's
where
it.
A certification says I've done this shit.
Yeah.
So
like,
that is why. Yeah, that is why now I can go get my degree and I'm going through this engineering class, and a lot of this stuff isn't that hard because I've been doing it for 13 years of my life. My certifications have gotten me more recognition and knowledge and knowledgeability than any degree could have, because some of the stuff he's teaching in this class is shit I've been doing since I was 20. And it's like, this shit is easy. And you're watching these 30 years old struggle with it, and it's like, and for example, engineering. I'm looking at these bros like, you guys don't know how to turn an angle? You guys don't know how to do a deflection angle? You guys supposed to be what? These sophomores in college, but like they talk all this big game like, oh, you're 30 and you're just now coming? Yeah, but dude, you struggling on the same math problem.
Because the thing is, most people are going to college to learn that stuff. When if you had done it the way you said, like the way my sister's doing it, if you had jumped in hands first, nothing can beat that. Once you learn how to do something by doing, it becomes easy.
Exactly.
It becomes
easy. And that's the thing about it, though, is like what people don't seem to get is they let you in college is so fucking overrated. You pay so much money for nothing, and they tell you, dude. I mean, like I hate to say it, one of the jokes that we have in my line of work is laugh in debt-free college, because you pay all this money for something that's not going to even pay you back. And that's because, again, like you said, it's
something that's not guaranteed to pay you back.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and like you said,
it may work for some
people. For people in the past.
And just to add,
It's worked for people in the past, and they don't want to admit that the system in the past worked because it was more simple. That same system ain't the same system. The world changes. Education has changed. The job market has changed. And if you keep schooling the same, you're going to be pushing out nothing but idiots. And that's what you see today. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of the new generation that's trying to come up through our company, these motherfuckers don't know shit.
I was for
They
sure a
dumb as
dumbass after I
fuck.
walked across that stage.
They,
Okay.
dude, it's not even
I
the
was for
fact,
sure.
bro.
Still,
It's not even the fact.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact like they should know it. It's well, they like certain stuff. It's like simple shit that I'll be looking at them like, they're that like common sense
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. We was surveying out for this building, so we're laying out, we're pulling the lines, getting the road layout and all that. So when you survey out, you have to have anchor points. Anchor points is that's why every building is straight when you put it into a street. You have to have anchor points. What you use anchor points is basically concrete points that's not going to go nowhere. Sometimes that's literally concrete. So they're placing the form for the sidewalk to pour the sidewalk. He goes out there, he shoots the sidewalk first. He shoots the forms of the sidewalk first, the movable forms. And then he turns around and he shoots the light pole so he can know where his 90s at, so he knows where his angers are at, where he's about to shoot the building. But he shoots the sidewalk first. So then he calls me up and it's like, hey, so I don't know what to do. This shit's fucking off. And I was like, what you mean it's off? He's like, the light pole is off. I thought, what do you mean the light pole is off? He's like, the light pole is off. I said, explain to me what you did. Well, I got out here, I set up the survey instrument, I shot the sidewalk. I said, sidewalk we're building? Yeah. Then I turned around, turned my 90, and I shot the light pole. It's not matching up. I was like, I'm not gonna say his name. We just call him Bob. I was like, Bob. Out of both those situations, I said, out of both those items, which one of those items is a movable item? The sidewalk. So why wouldn't you shoot the concrete pole first? That hasn't gone nowhere. Because how can a pole move if it's concrete? Oh, you're right. Right. Oh shit. Yeah. Just do that. Call me back and let me know what it looks like. Then he calls me back like 15 minutes later. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I done fucked up. But I'll be finished with the conversation in just a minute. All right.
Oh
and that's the kind of thing like you have to, like, that's experience right there. It's simple mistakes like that. That's a simple mistake, but it's experience that teaches you this stuff. I went on a whole rant. Didn't mean to. All right, go on.
That's not
I'm gonna get a wrap it up box for Jay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, you was feeling
I mean,
yourself on that
if
one.
you don't value my input, that's fine. I'll take it elsewhere.
No, we value. Don't you get all upset? That beautiful smile of yours. That beautiful smile of yours. Don't you hide it? There you go.
How dare you insult me, sir, by calling me beautiful? You know I am hideous. Why would you lie to me like that, sir?
Horrendous.
I feel like
He-
now I can talk about people because I know what an anchor point is.
Do it, Maya. Maya, next time you see Big Back, bring up ankle points.
Don't use that terminology. I'm simplifying
But,
shit for you guys.
But BB, as someone that went to college with me, do you think that it helped us seeing where we are now, or do you think we could have gotten here regardless?
For me, it's different. I went to college to escape my environment. I didn't know, I fully was aware that I wasn't in the best environment.
Yeah.
And I was even more fully aware that if I didn't get out of this environment, I was going to end up continuing this negative cycle. I also knew that the world was a capitalist society and I didn't have a lot of legal money. And I needed to do something about it. I was in school, I had a trade. I had 2 trades. I was a welder.
Wait. Before you continue, is there anything you're about to say that I'm going to have to take out in post?
No.
She about to
Continue.
flex.
No.
Flex,
She about
BB.
to flex
Flex.
hard. Let her
Because
flex.
I ain't
Let her
editing
do it.
shit.
When I was in high school, I actually got 2 certifications. I got my cosmetology license and I became a welder.
Oh, time out. You can weld?
Yeah, I let that shit expire.
You know that makes way more money than your current occupation, right?
Yeah, it does, but I let that
I
shit
was about to
expire.
say that. No, welders be bringing in some bank though.
Dead ass. Like high 5 figures, low 6.
I did not, what it was that I didn't like it. I just did it because I had a cousin that told me, hey, it'd be dope if you did it. Because I like to create stuff, but I didn't like fucking with that. So I let my shit lapse. So anyway, but I'm just stating this for those who are still in high school if you have that opportunity, you need to do it. I went to college still though, because I didn't have, even though I had those 2 certifications, I did not have proper guidance because I was still young and dumb and didn't know what I could do with it. And welding and cosmetology is the same thing as any other regular job market. You can have the certifications all day, but now you have to find somebody who's willing to let you gain the experience to actually work for them. Cosmetology is a people-based situation. Welding is a people-based, not as demanding as cosmetology is, but they don't want you fucking up their product because they got to replace it if you fuck it up. It's not like, oh, well, let me, melt it back down. No, you have to replace the whole thing. So you have to find somebody, and a lot of the times I didn't have the proper guidance, because if I did, I would have took my ass back home and went to Jersey and started off up there instead of staying in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, Jersey has a big welding market.
Exactly. Like I said, I didn't have the proper guidance. Or
Who
if I
knows
did
that
have
off the top of their head?
I'm from
I'm
Philly,
sorry,
fool.
BB. Oh, okay.
I'm from
Right,
Philly,
that makes
fool.
sense.
Okay, hold on. Time out. For if you forgot, I'm from Maryland. I am from Maryland.
That's such a weird fact to know.
Well, because look. Steel is a big part of big cities.
No,
Welding.
Before you start, I'll take your word for it.
All right,
That is funny.
go for it.
I felt it coming.
I'm just saying, Steel's a big part of big cities.
So with that being said, you also have family members who don't actually, they want to give you just a push, but they don't want to give you all the information you need to become.
They don't want you to they don't want you to leave the city.
Right.
I have family like that, so I know what
want you to do
about.
better than them. Yeah.
Exactly. So
they want you to stay close.
So I went to college. I went to state. And do I regret going to state when it comes to my financial? Yes, the fuck I do. Do not go to fucking college. Not just state. Do not go to college unless, I would say go get a trade first, or go get an associate's degree if that's a mandatory requirement for the job that you're looking for, and then build up some money. It's just like, people say before you buy a car, save up some money. The same thing is when you go into college, save up some money so you don't have to worry about getting no loan. You don't have to worry about no interest fees. You don't have to worry about nothing. The more money you
or just
put down,
buy a beater.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Point A, point fucking B.
I'm sorry. Because BB's video's off, I will be doing the hand movements for her.
That's what that was.
You gotta do the Vogue though. You gotta do the Vogue. Like
I was in there. I was BB. Go back and watch this video. I was on sync with you, boo. I was on sync.
Yeah.
He's throwing up gang signs in the back.
I was on point with you. Continue.
But for me, college was kind of like a savior point, because if I had not gotten out when I needed to, I would have been doing exactly what I did when I initially got to college, which I'm not going to speak on, because even though I did better, I still didn't know better. And I wouldn't have met the amazing people that I did as friends, and I wouldn't have became a Zeta, and there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have done had I not gone to college. Or if I did do it, it would have happened at a very, very later date, a very later time. It just depends. A lot of people, for me, college was my quote unquote sanctuary for me to get out. Otherwise, I would have been stuck doing the same, repeating the cycle.
Brandon, like, yo.
I'm on point, right? I'm on point, right? I'm on point, right? I know.
You be saying something.
I know my homie.
You did the hand gestures a little too well.
Because I know
each
her.
other. We've known each other forever. Shit,
I'm in here. I'm in here.
So he can be my body language. I'll be the mouthpiece. Damn.
The whole conversation.
Because first of all, because y'all gonna feel what BB saying. Y'all gonna feel what BB saying. I just want y'all to know that.
You gonna get all this education.
You got all of it.
Because if I could show my face, I swear to God I would, but I can't right now.
But she basically, we hated college for the situation they put us in financially, but we love the experience that we got going.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a trap too, though, because a
Oh,
lot of
definitely.
Caucasian or rich people, they was like, well, they're doing pretty much what they're doing now. And I don't know if a lot of you guys paid attention, but when they made everything mandatory for a degree. Now all these black people are going to universities, regardless if it's a POC or whatever the other college is.
HBCU.
No, I'm sorry, I did that back.
PWI.
Yeah, PWI.
Thank you. Thank you. There we go. And
Full of
because
GD.
I'm drinking, so excuse my.
Woo! I got you, sis.
Thank you, sis.
Y'all
So
some alcoholics, I swear.
I know you ain't
Royal
nigga. Really?
hidden.
Nigga, really?
With
Mr.
your
Mr.
know you
18
ain't
got
straws.
different colored straws in his cup?
Right.
So I mean,
I'm a social drinker.
Bro, social my ass.
Oh,
You drink anybody something. You drink anytime somebody
Right?
breathes, my nigga.
That's an
That's social
over
bleeding.
Yo,
exaggeration.
what is
Social
up with
drinking.
You
all
It's
drinking
an
right
under
now.
exaggeration.
You was
That is
drinking
an
last
under.
night.
What happened?
That is under
Yo.
exaggeration all the way.
Bro, you have more liquor stashed in your house than I have guns stashed in mine. That says a lot.
I ain't lying, because I got an ass of
Yo.
liquor in my house, and I will bring this up all the time. But Brandon, I do not have any liquor in my bathroom. I can't get over
First of
that.
all, what y'all not gonna do is bring this up. All right, we trying to talk about.
This nigga turned the back of the
You
toilet.
got it on yourself
What
on
the
joint in
fuck
talking
you talking about?
Yo, Brandon out
Bro.
here saying y'all some alcoholics, and he take a drink that has like 10 straws in it, bro. Like,
Right.
Yo, I'm telling you.
you
I'm
trying to
telling
inhale
you.
the entire drink, my nigga? Like, what's
This
up?
man's whole sofa has been jury rigged to be a cooler. I bet you. You probably got some bottles under the bed right now.
I don't know how to
Brandon.
stop this, so I'm just gonna drink.
See?
I don't know how to stop this.
Man.
Like you do most of your life problems.
Yeah. Once again,
It's therapeutic. You got your fruit liquor too, or is it just the liquor this time?
Jarrell, college, did you need it? Would it have helped you?
This man has
Wait.
playing the game the whole time. He has not been paying attention to this conversation at
Jarrell.
Inputs in, and you can't get a word in. Shit.
Well, Jarrell, give us your input, man. College. What do you think it would have bettered your life to finish, or like what would have been your experience?
I don't think it would have bettered my life at all, really. Not for the things I went to college for music industry.
Almost done, sweetie.
That's what I went to
Almost
state
done,
for.
I promise.
Music industry, that's not really something you want to go for. I
We will
had to
be
go
done
back.
soon. Don't be cursing at me.
I had to go back in time. I would go back for another major other than music industry, because music is either in you or it's not. You're talented, or you can sing, you can write.
I mean, but you Tyrese, man, you can sing.
It could either go either way. You got the talent, you get far. If you got the people and the connects, you'll get far. I'm coming out of Charleston, I ain't got no connects. So I'm like trying to make something out of nothing. So it didn't really benefit me at all. Not at all. What it did was give me a taste of what the real world is, with loans and payments and responsibility.
Responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
Adulting.
Responsibilities. Yes. With paying your own loans, and how indebted you can be if you don't pay these damn things, boy.
Oh yeah, because that interest rate's a bitch.
Yes.
You go from owning $10,000 to owning like 35 or some shit, man.
My thing is, school should have taught kids about credit, how the credit system works, how loans work, and they should have taught them early. So, but they crippled us. So,
you know, we could talk about that later, because there's a whole argument behind that.
Yeah, that's a whole.
And
There's a whole.
I don't want to go on another rant. There's a whole argument behind that.
I just wanted to glaze across it, because I see how fucked up college is. College is one of the top two things in the country that makes it money, like jail and school. I know that's for sure.
Bro, dead ass. Like, have you seen like how much some of these colleges be charging you? You'd be like, what the fuck am I paying for?
An arm and a fucking leg, and you don't get no proper education. You don't get no new books, no new computers, no new lab, no new shit, no new nothing. but they get
But
all the
you know what you
fucking
do
money.
get? You get that new rock climbing wall in the gym, brother. I want an education. What do I need a rock climbing wall for?
Yo,
Bitch, give me something that goes something for my degree. Like, give me
They be
something
like,
educational.
we put flat screen TVs in every dorm now. Nigga, I don't want a flat screen TV. Give me.
they really do.
Like, nigga,
I could have bought my
from
books.
home.
What the hell y'all spending money on?
I can bring
Yo,
that from
I
home.
need some cheaper books. You said you want another game room? Like, no, nigga. Like, damn, I can play games at home. Like,
Facts, bro. Like, if this one college I go to, they have like 6 pool rooms. That's 6 pool rooms.
well, why do we need so many game
Oh,
rooms?
niggas
Like,
hustle.
I thought
Oh,
I
you
came
teach
here to learn.
niggas hustling? Like,
Yo.
is that an official course?
Hey, and on another note, with all these colleges and stuff, since obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic and whatnot, I think the scam's up, yo. Like all these places have shown that you can do everything at college literally online.
Nah,
Literally,
fact.
they're all
I would
doing
go.
Zoom calls.
I would go further than that. Look at the essential jobs. Look at who's essential. Fast food workers, grocery store workers, people who are driving trucks, trash truck drivers, motherfuckers who keep your society clean, motherfuckers that keep your society running. We got all these big brain white collar workers like, the world won't go on without us. Nigga, let that motherfucker miss one trash day. you would have got one trash can out there. You can be like, where the fuck am I supposed to put this shit?
Tell you.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say earlier. That's where they're gonna swap things over to. They're
Our
gonna start
essential workers
making
make
everything.
$8 an hour. They don't make shit to live off of, but they're the ones that the fucking society relies on.
Preach.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'd like an
shout out to all my
increase.
essential workers, by the way. Like, it sucks that y'all have to work like 90 hours and y'all still getting paid less than niggas that's on unemployment. I'm just saying.
Thank
I
you.
ain't lying.
Thank you
I'm
kindly.
just saying.
Thank you kindly.
You have to
Yo, I
put
know a
yourself
girl,
on.
like, she worked 90 hours. She said, like, yo, like, there's a dude that's, like, unemployed making more than her. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? You work, like, 90 hours.
Like, my old man once said this to me, and BB, this is something that I wish somebody would have told you. My old man once said this to me. When you're picking a job, because I wanted to be a comic book artist growing up as a kid. I still work on it. My old man was like, pick a career that's going to put you in a stable position, but focus on your dream on the side. And that's what I've been doing. But he once told me that too. Pick something you know the world needs. The world needs help. The world needs housing.
Well, I
The world
see
needs
no,
clothes.
because I wanted to be a madam, and I still kind of want to be a madam, and I feel some type of way about that statement.
As from everybody's standpoint, college is full of shit. We went there for the experiences. Glad we did, but the end result, I don't think it was worth it. I mean, I love the friends I have today, the things I've learned, but if I could have a perfectly good credit score, I think I'd be better.
I
So
learned
that's
college
it.
students are the worst bitches to spend money.
Oh, yes.
We love you too, Baba.
Until next time, people. Peace. Sign off.
In Greece.